WVBF.
And now it's time for the Sounds of the Emerald Isle with Jim Larkin. Join us every Sunday for Irish music, comedy, and fun. You can call Jim at 508-822-1106. And now here's Jim with the Sounds of the Emerald Isle.
1, 2, 3. Well, here I am from Paddy's Land, a land of high renown. I broke the hearts of many young girls from miles from Katy Town. And when they hear that I'm away, they'll raise a hullabaloo. And no more they'll love that handsome lad that they call O'Donoghue. Oh, I'm the boy to please her, and I'm the boy to tease her. I'm the boy to squeeze her, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll caught her like an Irishman would be brogan, Barney to a McCann, be relican, swellican, pelican, wellican, old O'Donoghue. Well, I wish me love was a red, red rose, corn, onion, garden wall, and need to be a dewdrop and upon her brow and fall. Perhaps now she might think of me as a rather heavy dude, and no more she'd love that handsome lad that they call O'Donoghue. Wow, I'm the boy to please her, and I'm the boy to tease her. I'm the boy to squeeze her, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll caught her like an Irishman would be brogan, Barney to a McCann, be relican, swellican, pelican, wellican, old O'Donoghue. Queen Victoria has a daughter fine and grand. Perhaps she'd take it into her head for to marry an Irishman. And if I could only get the chance to have a word or two, no more should love that handsome lad that they call O'Donoghue. Oh, I'm the boy to please her, and I'm the boy to tease her. I'm the boy to squeeze her, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll caught her like an Irishman with big brogan, Barney to a McCann, with me relican, swellican, pelican, wellican, old O'Donoghue. I'm the boy to please her, and I'm the boy to tease her. I'm the boy to squeeze her, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll caught her like an Irishman with big brogan, Barney to a McCann, with relican, swellican, pelican, wellican, old O'Donoghue. Yeah.
Live music here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Welcome to the show. My name's Jim Larkin. 2 hours of Irish music and some Irish comedy. Live music, Brian Corcoran's here, Woody Woodward is here, and Julie Dougherty is here. And Brian, I got your name right so far, so we're batting 1,000. How are you?
I'm great. How about you, pal?
I'm doing great, thanks. Always a pleasure to see you.
Always a pleasure. Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. And Woody, first time we've had you here.
Thank you,
Welcome to the show.
Appreciate
And
it.
Julie, the same to you.
Well, very happy to be here.
Years you were at the Harp Bard, the old Harp Bards, right?
Yes, you're going back, a century or so, I think.
Yeah, a place that nobody's ever going to forget. And I love your shamrock, too.
Oh, thank you.
Did you make that?
No, I didn't. Somebody
No.
made it, and I don't remember.
Should have just said yes.
Yes, I did. I made it.
You made it? Okay. Yeah, so today we're going to have some live music right here on WVBF. And what about your trip? Are you still doing the trip?
Well, the trip, we still have seats available.
You still have seats available?
This is the trip going in July with Brack Tours, and Ben's doing the trip with me this year.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, so July 7th to the 16th. And just go to tourirelandwithbrian.com, and there it is, the whole tour.
Yeah.
In fact, day by day, you'll see the whole itinerary.
Oh, okay.
And my phone number's there.
Yeah.
You can call me, get any questions. And the deadline, though, is March 24th to register, so there is a deadline. But we do have seats left still available, so hopefully you come with us.
Oh, okay.
Ireland in July, couldn't be any sweeter.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And what's the webpage?
tourirelandwithbrian.com.
tourirelandwithbrian.com.
Yeah.
Okay, and Brian's been on several times. We have some great video of you. And
I just stay in the parking lot too, so you can come on back.
Last time when you had Ben on, he did a nice demonstration of the acoustic bass.
He did.
Some
It was
stuff
a little
I never
scary.
knew.
It was very scary watching him do that.
And Woody, you used to play with the Shaw Brothers, huh?
I did for many years.
Yeah, fantastic group.
Oh yeah, great guys.
Yeah.
Like brothers. You know.
Absolutely. I never saw them at the Harp Bard, but I guess they were mostly up in Danvers.
Oh yeah, only in Danvers.
Yeah,
Only
the
in
Danvers
Danvers.
Reservoir. Every
Yeah.
Sunday night for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they've been everywhere else, I guess.
Oh,
And,
yeah, we
I
traveled the world.
must have seen you with the
Yeah.
group at one time or another.
I'm sure you did.
And I know I saw Julie. I
Well,
remember
my
you.
Sister, my
Yeah,
sister
absolutely.
Kathy.
Your sister Kathy. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
you-
later on, she and I started singing in the pub. And actually, the very first time we ever sang there, Eugene Byrne was the buyer of the music. And we did an audition for Eugene, and Brian Corcoran played bass for my sister and I. Do
Yeah.
you remember that, Brian?
Well, wonders never
I
cease.
know. And I think we did 4 songs in like 10 minutes. We were
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
nervous. We just sang them.
That was
like,
a long
"Oh."
time ago.
Yeah.
It had to be like the early...
It was in the early 70s, like 72 or something. And then we got it, Eugene Byrne hired Kathy and I to do the pub. And I think we did the pub on Friday nights in between the main act. Because they would have a band in the ballad room, in the back room.
Right, yeah.
And then they would have music. Usually that band would break down in the ballad room and then bring everything
That's
into
crazy.
the pub and do a set in the pub and then do it all night long.
Yeah.
But we filled in on Friday nights, I think, for a while, just Kathy and I. And then maybe a year or a year and a half later, Uncle Sid joined us on bass.
Yeah.
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 So
Oh, that's
we had
fantastic.
great times there.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. The Mitchell
Oh.
family was wonderful to work for. We had a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember when you played bass. That's when I first
I did,
saw you
yeah.
guys, you and your brother.
and John, yeah.
You were playing the bass and...
Just to get a little punch. You know?
Yeah, it was fantastic. And you guys had a live album. Is that recorded at the Harp Bard? It was, right?
That was in Norwood.
Norwood, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, we were looking at it the other day because I had forgot the liner notes in the back was Dave Maynard.
Dave Maynard,
Oh, that's right,
Dave
yeah.
used to come down to Norwood.
That's,
Yeah.
The night he came in with Rex Trailer, we had them both on stage.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Rex was a great guitar player.
No
Oh, yeah.
kidding.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
that
a
was a
record
fun
album
time.
of his at home.
We did some
Yeah.
great harmony that night.
Oh, yeah.
Because Dave shared a birthday with Ben. Dave Maynard was
Okay.
born on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and we get to be very friendly with Dave over the years, doing a lot of stuff with
Yeah.
muscular dystrophy. But
He's a
he
good
loved
guy.
the Harp Bard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, him and Rex Trailer would always be popping in.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God! I
Yeah.
didn't know they were
A lot of
pals.
fun.
That's
Very
really
good friends.
cool.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
They both taught at Emerson.
Oh, really? I didn't know
I
that.
mean, even till very late in life. You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Great guys.
Oh,
A lot of fun.
I remember as a kid, I used to go on Rex Trailer's show all the time.
I never did.
Whenever we could get tickets, it was
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
you know.
They were the big Danton Bozo.
And
Oh,
Bozo,
yeah, I was
yeah,
on
oh
the
yeah,
Bozo show.
absolutely.
Mr. Frank
Choir
Avarouche,
once.
by the way.
Yeah, is he
So
still
was-
alive?
That was Bozo. Frank
Yeah.
Avarouche.
Oh, no kidding.
Channel 5.
Yeah, is he still
Brian,
living?
you know
think
everything.
so.
I haven't seen or heard his name for years now.
No, me neither.
But yeah, Bozo, we also always on that
And
show.
Mr. Dick Beach, TV38, a.k.a. Willie Whistle.
Oh, Willie
Oh,
Whistle.
yes, yes.
Oh, jeez.
I'll tell you a funny story later
Okay.
of a lot of us they're doing a muscular dystrophy thing. Well, I'll tell you later. It's a cute story.
Well, the Harp Bard we're talking about, it was a series of restaurants. One was in Norwood, which I was at a lot.
Right.
Danvers, too, on Route 1.
That was the first
That was
one,
the
yeah.
first
Both of those on Route 1, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
Weymouth.
yeah.
One in
Weymouth was the
Weymouth,
third
which
one.
didn't last
But
too
he
long.
also owned the Irish pub in Harwich, which is my sister and I sang there
Oh, I didn't know that.
a number of
really?
summers, and then we went over to Mamie Riley's. And
Hmm.
I don't know that he had anything to do with that, but senior Mr. Mitchell owned the Irish pub in
Chris, yeah.
Oh, I
West
never knew
Harwich,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was one of the owners at
He was
Danvers,
one,
too.
And I remember Christy Henshaw was there forever.
Yeah.
Every time I went there, it seemed like Christy was either
he
on the
lived
afternoon.
in the parking lot. He
Yeah,
just slept in
exactly.
his
Yeah.
bed.
The big cab out front. His office, he used to call it. Okay, we have to stop telling those
Oh my
stories.
God.
Well, we're going to play a song of Christie's in a few minutes,
Oh,
but you
great.
guys have another live one you want to
we'll do
sing
a
for
song.
us?
Okay, we'll do a little bit of a
Brian Corcoran,
off to Dublin.
Woody Woodward, and Julie Dougherty here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle.
Oh, well, I am a merry cloud boy, and I plough the fields by day, until the sudden thought came through my mind, well, that I should go away. For I've always hated slavery since the day that I was born, and I off to join the IRA, and I'm off tomorrow morn. And we're all off to Dublin in the green, where the helmets glistening in the sun. Away the bailiffs flash, the rifle crash, to the echo of a Thompson gun. Well, there's some men that fight for silver, and there's others that fight for gold. Oh, but the IRA is fighting for the land that the Saxons stole. And we'll keep the flag a-flying, I will keep it flying high. And the password of the IRA is to conquer or to die. And we're all off to Dublin in the green, where the helmets glistening in the sun. Away the bayonets flash, the rifle crash, to the echo of a Thompson gun. And there's one that'll leave behind me, she's the colleen I do adore. And I hope that she will think of me when she hears the cannons roar. And now when the war is over and dear old Ireland is free, I will take her to a church to wed, a rebel's wife she'll be. Get up the yard and we're all up to Dublin, the green, the helmets glistening in the sun. Away the bayonets flash, the rifle crash, the echo of a Thompson gun. And we're all up to Dublin in the green, with the helmets glistening in the sun. Away the bayonets flash, the rifle crash, to the echo of a Thompson gun.
Fantastic. Brian Corcoran, Julie Dougherty, and Woody Woodward here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Now let's play somebody that they're all familiar with from the Harp Bard. Seems like he was a staple there, the Irish pub. Here's Chris Henshaw on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Thing is, you're Irish stuff.
I am.
That's Chris Henshaw on Sounds of the Emerald Isle on WVBF.
Unlike the New England weather, Frida's commitment to quality ingredients, innovative dishes, and great service never changes. Come on over to Frida's at 105 Copeland Street in West Bridgewater and enjoy a local tradition by having lunch or dinner there. Frida's has been family-owned and operated for over 25 years thanks to loyal diners like you. Everything at Frida's is fresh and prepared there. Plan to join them for lunch or dinner Tuesday through Saturday. They open at 11:30 a.m. or for Sunday dinner when they open at 4 p.m. Have a party or special event coming up? Let Frida's Fine Food and Spirits cater your next event. It's all at Frida's Fine Food and Spirits, where the tradition continues. Check them out on the web at fridasrestaurant.com. Stop by and say hello to Steve and the fine staff at Frida's at 105 Copeland Street in West Bridgewater. That's Frida's Fine Food and Spirits. St. Joseph Manor. Did you know in addition to long-term care, St. Joseph Manor offers rehabilitation post-hospital care, short-term, and respite care? St. Joseph Manor is a community of care and a place that works toward making their residents feel welcome, well-known, and where life is worth living. St. Joseph Manor provides short-term rehabilitation, skilled care, including physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, pain management, wound care, intravenous therapy, hospice care, and individual care planning. When caretakers need to rejuvenate or travel, St. Joseph Manor can care for your loved one overnight or for an extended stay. That's St. Joseph Manor at 215 Thatcher Street in Brockton. Call 508-583-5834 or online at sjmbrockton.org. Quality and excellence, respect and integrity for the needs of the whole person, body, mind, and spirit are the commitments of St. Joseph Manor. Call them at 508-583-5834 today. St. Joseph Manor, where hearts are full and love is overflowing.
Hello, this is Tommy Makem, and I'm inviting you all to listen to Jim Larkin there and his wonderful show, The Sounds of the Emerald Isle. All the best in Irish music. This is the place to get it.
You know what, Jim? I'm going to send you a link to a show that we did with Tommy Makem
Months ago. Tommy Makem here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle on WVBF, and Brian, you remember that night, don't you?
I do. Well, I think I do.
You were there?
Yeah.
Yes, I was there for that recording. Yeah, it was a great
Yeah,
time.
Harp Bard. Jeez.
Such
So,
an amazing performer he was.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, we're going to do another live tune, are we?
Sure, and actually, I'm going to send this out to Kevin Kelleher if he's actually listening. I know I sent him the link to your show and as well as a number of other people. But I think of him when I do this one because I think I learned this years ago at the Harp Bard because he liked it so. It's called The Patriot Game. Come all ye young rebels and list while I sing. For the love of one's country is a terrible thing. It banishes fear with the speed of a flame and makes us a part of the patriot game. Well, my name is O'Hanlon. I'm just gone 16. My home is in Barnagar. 'Tis where I was weak. I've learned all my life cruel England to blame, and so I am part of the patriot game. It's been nearly 2 years since I wandered away with a local battalion of the bold IRA. I'd read of our heroes, and I wanted the same, to play my own part in the patriot game. So now, as I lie here, my body holds, I think of those traitors who bargained and sold. I wish that my rifle had given the same to those quislings who sold out the patriot game. who sold out the patriot
Fantastic.
Beautiful
The Patriot game here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle on WVBF. And Julie, how did you start singing Irish music? What got you interested in
Actually, you know,
music?
the Harp and Bard, I think, my sister and I sang folk music when we were kids.
Yeah?
And in the fall of '72, our dad passed away, and he was our biggest fan.
Mm-hmm.
And we hadn't sung since we were in high school, so we decided to get back together.
Mm-hmm.
And we made up a little set, and I think maybe one of the songs was Irish, but the others were just covers.
Right.
And we did an audition there.
Yeah.
And then once we got the regular gig on Friday nights in the pub,
Mhm.
we decided to learn as many Irish songs as we could. So Brian was so helpful to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Charlie Dawson was,
Charlie, yeah.
you know, he was great. He lent me a guitar to use until I
Oh, really?
made enough money to go out and buy my own
Oh,
part.
God
I mean,
love
you know,
him,
it was
geez.
such a great community of musicians. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, first generation Irish as well as those of us who weren't born in Ireland,
Oh, yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But just a wonderful community altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. And you seem to be pretty busy, though, right? You seem to
I
be
usually
playing
am.
everywhere.
I usually am because I do a lot of different styles. I do, you know, I can do like light jazz, which I do for brunches, and
Mhm.
I do a lot of cover songs. You know, mostly '60s, James Taylor, Carole King,
Yeah.
Bonnie Raitt, you know, Linda Ronstadt.
Oh.
Stuff that I grew up with that
Yeah.
you know you just learn and you love. Those are my mainstay gigs, at the cover type gigs that I
Mhm.
do. The Irish is from those years in the '70s that we sang Irish music for
Yeah.
you know 5 or 6 years and did the circuit. You know, and then we do the Christmas Eve caroling every year, 34 years this year. So we know a lot of Irish, Christmas songs as well as, you know, holiday tunes and so
Yeah.
on. So it's kind of like different little segments of musical genres that I've learned over the years. And they all, and country, my God, how many years?
Oh, yeah.
We went to Nashville, got a couple songs taken by publishers, never recorded, but I was very deep into the country
Yeah.
scene for a long time in the '80s. So
Wow.
all the
that's
aspects
great.
of music are they're
Absolutely.
wonderful. You
Yeah,
know, they all
that's for
blend into each other.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's all good. It's
Yeah.
all really good.
You know, it's a shame, though, is all the old pubs like the Harp and Bard.
I know.
They're all gone, aren't
Very
they?
few places, and that we
A
were,
few places.
excuse me, talking to some musicians the other day about that. Like, there's no place to gig. I mean, Julie runs some open mic nights, you know,
Yeah.
which are great because when we were the age of some of these kids coming in,
Yeah.
it's just there were clubs everywhere.
Right.
Where Boston was loaded, you know, whether it be Copperfields, the Kenmore Club, the
Yeah.
Harp and Bard, all up and down Route
Yeah.
1, there was places for live music for musicians to go.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's very few clubs now.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd love to mention a little place that Woody and I are going to play next Friday, the 18th,
Mhm.
the day after Patty's. It's in Newburyport called 17 State Street. It used to be Fowler's Drug Store.
Oh,
and now
really?
it's a funky little restaurant that's really great food, but they have live music.
Yeah.
And they really, really appreciate it. And it made me think of that small pub
Yeah.
feel. You know, it's a cool little place.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. They used to have a place in Newburyport called the Grog.
they still do.
Oh, they do? Really?
Always worked there a
The
lot. She
Grog
worked
is
at
still
times at
there?
times.
And my friend Parker Wheeler hosts the blues night every Sunday night. He's been doing it for, I don't know, Parker, how many years?
That-
30 maybe?
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Grog, yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
They still have live music downstairs at the Grog, I think, most nights.
I feel isolated though, because I don't get to go places anymore like I used to, and all the action seems to be happening up on the North Shore. What's left of it, right?
Yeah, but
Well,
still-
Boston's very vibrant too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you live on the North Shore, do you?
Salem, yes.
Salem, and what do you play with her on a regular basis? Do you?
I
Is
do.
it regular?
I do.
Yeah.
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 I have a few side projects, but then basically it's Julie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I can see some of the videos on YouTube. I can tell. it's a lot.
Yeah, there are a lot.
Yeah,
of them.
absolutely.
Surprisingly, you know, you go, whoa,
I
where
know.
did that come
Where
from?
did that come from?
I know. Yeah,
Who was that?
Some of them you like, some of them you
Somebody put that.
So do you have another live one you want
Yeah,
to
we're gonna do a
for
very
us?
pretty song. Julie actually was so gracious to record this with me on that CD I did called "Safe in the Harbor," and I've sung the song many, many times. This was my dad's favorite song, and I got to sing this song at Knock, on the altar at Knock. Probably one of the most humbling experiences of my life was singing this song. Several times now. Every time we've been to Ireland, we've been to Knock. But so now, don't usually dedicate songs, but Julie's sister, Martha, and as well as my cousin Billy, going through some medical issues right now. So I always tell people there's a great saying. St. Augustine would always say to sing is like praying twice. And I've always kept that. So we sing this for Martha and Billy. There were people of all ages gathered around the gable wall, poor and humble men and women, little children that you call. We are gathered here before you, and our hearts are just the same, filled with joy at such a vision, as we praise your name. Golden Rose, Queen of Ireland, all my care and trouble see, as we kneel with love before you, Lady of Knock, my Queen of Peace. Though your message was unspoken, still the truth in silence lies, as we gaze upon your vision, and the truth to you I find. Here I stand with John the teacher, and with Joseph at your side, and I see the Lamb of God on the altar glorified. Golden Rose, Queen of Ireland, all my care and trouble cease, as we kneel with love before you, Lady of Knock, my Queen of Peace. And the Lamb will conquer, and the woman clothed in the sun will shine her light on everyone. And the Lamb will conquer, and the woman clothed in the sun will shine her light on everyone. Golden Rose, Queen of Ireland, all my care and trouble cease, as we kneel with love before you, Lady of Knock, my Queen of Peace. Lady of Knock, my Queen of
Nice.
Pretty song.
Beautiful job.
Great job.
Beautiful job. Brian Corcoran, Woody Woodward, and Julie Dougherty here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle on WVBF. I'm Jim Larkin. Let's play a song for Brendan in Brockton. He wanted a song called Up Went Nelson, and it's hard to believe it was 50 years ago the other day that Lord Nelson's statue was blown sky high. And my friend Eamon McGurr wrote this song, and he had a group at the time called the Go Lucky Four, and this was actually on the Irish charts for 40 weeks back in 1966. So here they are, Eamon McGurr, the Go Lucky Four, to sing Up Went Nelson.
Up went Nelson!
I like Tommy's song.
I haven't heard this.
Can I ask you, is,
Up went Nelson and the builder too. Up went
As a business in the Metro South region, have you wondered whether you have the right insurance in this dynamic business environment? Confused? You should be. How much? What kind? How big a deductible? RFD Agostino Insurance helps business cut the fat and waste in their insurance bill. RFD Agostino Insurance Agency, simple, straight talk about your needs, no matter how large or small your business is. As an agent for carriers, Mark and his staff at RFD Agostino shop around for the best plan and rates for your business. For 2 generations, RFD Agostino Insurance has been servicing the southern New England region. If you can't get to RFD Agostino Insurance, call 800-698-0414 and Mark DiAgostino will come to you. You need to visit RFD Agostino at their new location at 7 Christie Drive off Pleasant Street with easy access to Route 24 in Brockton. Plenty of parking and ready to serve all of your business, residential, and personal insurance needs. Call 800-698-0414 today. You and your pocketbook will be glad you did. Beam and Structural Repair is a Massachusetts and Rhode Island company with over 50 years of experience. They can save you thousands and even tens of thousands of your hard-earned dollars, whether it be repairing your home, garage, or barn. Beam and Structural Repair's team of specialized craftsmen bring workmanship and attention to detail to a new level. They do post and carrying beam repair, sill replacement, barn restorations, buildings jacked, foundations repaired, termite and carpenter ant damage remediated, remodeling, porches, new home, and office construction. Beam and Structural Repair specializes in residential and industrial structural repairs. For an estimate, call them at 800-732-8330 and you'll be amazed at how much you'll save. They're located in Whitman, Massachusetts. Beam and Structural Repair is licensed, insured, and has an extensive list of references. Walt Murphy and his associates are very proud to announce Beam and Structural Repair's connection with Angie's List and over 20 years of not one complaint with the Better Business Bureau. This just shows you can be confident in calling Walt Murphy at Beam and Structural Repair at 800-732-8330 for your next project.
Jim Larkin with a touch of Ireland. WVBF.
Well, you know,
Back in the 60s, how did it work?
that's called The Fair of Ballinasloe by Billy Joe Ward, who happens to be my third cousin. He's originally from Ballinasloe, and he just arrived in the United States the other day. We had a chat the other night, and hopefully he's going to be in the Boston area. And he's got his daughter Debbie Moore with him, and she's a great country singer in Ireland. So hopefully they'll be in this area, and I'll definitely let you know where they're going to be. In the meantime, we have live music today. Brian Corcoran is here. So far I got your name right, Brian. And Woody Woodward is here, and Julie Dougherty. And we're having some fun with some live music. And we're going to have another live song, guys?
sure.
Yes, we
gals?
just finished our Irish coffees.
So we're very awake. This one is called Mountain Dew. 2, 3, 4. Hi, the diddly dum dum diddly doodle diddle dum diddly doo right diddly hi hey. Hi, the diddly diddle dum diddly doodle diddle dum diddly doo right diddly hi hey. Let the grasses grow and the waters flow in a free and easy way. But give me enough of the final stuff that's made here Galway Bay. And policemen haul from Donegal, Sligo and Blackman too. We'll give them the slip as we take a sip of the real old Mountain Dew. Hi, the diddly diddle dum diddly doodle diddle dum diddly doo right diddly
song. I love that song, Mountain Dew. Yeah, great tune. So, where are you going to be on St. Patrick's Day, Julie?
Well, we actually don't have a public gig on Patty's Day.
Oh, you don't?
But we do have a private gig at night, but we're going to be at the Emerald Rose in Billerica on the Sunday following Patty's Day. So we'll be there on the 20th,
Oh.
next Sunday.
Now, is that a restaurant or?
That is a restaurant in Billerica, lovely people that run it, and Woody and I are going to be there from, I believe, 2:30 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming, like on Patty's Day, they'll have music all day and all night.
Oh, yeah.
We have the last few years we've played there in the afternoon on St. Patty's Day, but this year they're changing up their lineup a bit, but they're having us, as
Right.
I say, on the following Sunday. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That should be good. And you're going to be at the old Hop and
The
Bar.
old Happen Bar.
Subpoenas?
Subpoenas.
Back to the
Subpoenas, yeah.
scene of the
Route
Subpoenas.
1. 4:30. Perfect hours for us
Yeah.
old singers.
Yeah.
And it will be mobbed.
Now, are they going to have entertainment before you, too, or no?
No, it's like 4:30 to 8:30.
Oh, okay. So that's the
Benny
only-
and I. With
Oh,
Benny
okay.
on his birthday. That's right.
Yeah.
Nice Italian boy.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Yeah. So, and you mentioned, Tommy, by the way, this tour in July, we are going north on this tour. We're going up to Armagh
yeah.
and Belfast to see the Titanic Museum. As
Oh,
well
yeah.
as, we're going to take a ferry over to the Aran Islands, which all the times I've been to Ireland, I've never gone over to the islands.
Right.
Yeah, so that's,
Yeah.
I hear it's really
Yeah,
beautiful.
really,
there,
I'm
so-
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I've been told they have booze.
Really?
Yes.
You're kidding?
How unusual!
Yes.
How unusual for
Jameson's.
Irish people
Yeah.
to have
Yeah.
booze.
And while we're in Dublin, by the way, we set up tours to go to the Guinness factory
Okay.
and the Jamesons.
Oh,
Oh yeah, so
good man.
it's a
That's
nice trip.
That's a
Change
tour.
their mind about that vacation.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah.
So, and we always run into Tommy's family when we
Oh,
get up to
yeah.
Armagh. Yeah, we always
Right.
run into them and
Nice.
have some nice sessions, some great music sessions.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh
bet,
my God.
I bet.
That's
Yeah.
great.
What a talented family, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
They actually
Right.
kept one of the homes up there, and once the home is strictly used for sessions.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
great.
And I remember
Oh.
we had a tour up there, and then we were invited over, and it was really strange because we walked into this big living room, and there must have been about 15 musicians there. There was one mother and daughter. The girl had been playing since she was 5 years old with her mother. She was now like in her late 20s, and she could play anything. I mean, you would sit there and watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I jokingly said it looks like the little kid with the banjo in Deliverance. You go, what? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
But anyway, but they strictly use the house for sessions, and all these musicians come from all over here. And they
Really?
get together once a month. But when we do a tour
Mhm.
with Brack, okay,
Right.
we just call them and they all come down and meet us.
Isn't that great?
That is
As soon as you
fantastic.
get in there, they're passing out sandwiches. Would you like a drink?
How
Yeah,
sweet.
it's
Yeah.
really sweet. Yeah, good time.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, great time.
Oh, absolutely.
Great
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So,
That's
for
fantastic.
Patty's Day, yeah, that will be up at Savino's. So come and say happy birthday to Ben.
And they still park on Route 1 on St.
Yeah,
Patrick's
pretty close
Day?
to it. They have a someone now, which they started a couple of years ago. They have someone valet.
Valet, that's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Oh, really?
Years
Okay.
ago, they would park on Route 1.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Patty's
So,
Day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boy.
Funny.
Yeah,
the
that's
place.
unbelievable.
One of these years, I want to do one of those gigs there with you. I love that.
It's fun up there.
Just the memories from that building.
Oh, I
Just,
know.
you know,
Yeah.
We all had such great times there.
We played there once when they
Did you?
when they well no, when we the first when they opened a Chinese restaurant, the Golden Island.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
my
nice.
God, you're right.
We
Yeah.
played there the first month they opened.
Wow. Oh, that's,
We must have
would've
missed you by the
appreciated
next month.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was strange singing Danny Boy with a poo-poo platter.
Yeah, I know, that's right, yeah.
I played there. I
The
played
smell
there.
of spare ribs.
Yeah.
I played there with a friend of mine, and then they, after our first set, they came up to us and said, "Wow, people! Wow, people!"
I know.
Boy, oh boy.
It wouldn't fly.
No.
Anyway. But Sapino's is a great business up there, so they do all the time. So
Yeah, and I heard
they
that.
were across the street. So
Yeah.
they would watch the business on Patty's Day, they said. you know.
Yeah.
They were very
Right.
successful. Ron's mother and father started Sapino's, I'm going to say 70 years ago. you know,
Yeah.
So they were a great neighborhood place. A lot of people
Right.
come there on a regular basis, you know. Which,
Yeah.
And plus, he's very, like his parents were. This guy just gives back to the community. You know, people don't know half the things that he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For food, for schools and children and special needs and
Hmm.
stuff, you know. And the Cancer Society, he works with them all.
That's
so.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's great. So that's where you can see Brian. It's right at the No, it's on Route 1 and
Route 1 and
95?
62. Yeah, right on Route 1 and
62.
62 is the intersection.
Okay,
street
1
there.
and 62, yeah.
We used to tell everybody it's at the bottom of the hill from Damage State Hospital, which is no longer there.
It's no longer there, I know.
But people would know, you know.
Oh, that was a huge complex,
Yeah, it
wasn't
certainly
it?
was. It's all medical buildings now, but
Oh, yeah. Did they tear the whole place down?
Yeah.
They did, yeah. Yeah.
Probably a good thing.
yeah, that was a good thing.
What? They filmed a movie there, too.
That's what I heard. Yeah,
Yeah, but when it was still
the hospital.
buildings
hospital.
were
Was Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson
had
in
been
that one
vacant
too?
for a while. Yeah, that's kind of a scary looking place.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
We used to
it
sing
was
up there, you know, the entertainers.
The
And
what?
the Harp Bard would go over there.
Oh, really?
Oh
did
my
you? I
gosh!
didn't
Oh
know that.
yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Eugene set that up. We would go there once a month.
Wow.
Huh?
Boy, oh boy.
Oh, great, yeah. Fun shows over there.
Boy. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what it looks like now. I don't get up that area, as you know, much anymore, so
We're gonna have to get you up to the north side of the world.
I'm going to have to,
You know?
because that's where everybody seems to be.
I think it's an hour drive, so you know, pack a lunch
It's not
and.
bad, Jim. You should come up to our
I know,
neck of the
you know,
woods.
and everybody that comes on the show, if they
Yeah.
don't come from out of state, they're coming from the North
The
Shore.
North Shore, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
Charlie and
Yeah.
Charlie was here last,
Oh, yeah.
no, 2 years ago. And
That's right.
all right, well, we're talking to Julie Dougherty and Brian Corcoran and Woody Woodward, and we've been talking quite a bit about Eugene Byrne, and I'm going to play a song now by Eugene when he was with the original Blarney Folk. This comes from a record from 1968.
So when we were over bringing Eugene's ashes down in the
Blind. I don't remember him what the thick was. He was crazy.
Eugene Byrne and the original Blarney Folk here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle, WVBF. I'm Jim Larkin. We're going to take a short pause for the news, and we'll be right back with one more hour of Irish music, live music, with Julie, Woody, and Brian here on WVBF.
You are listening to the voice of Southeastern Massachusetts for local news, sports, and weather. AM 1530, WVBF, Middleborough, Taunton.
All that seems long ago and far away.
Here we go.
Here is a song written by Tommy Makem on a subway train in New York City about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we'll share mine.
That's what I'm saying. Is there a share button?
Can we do that? Yeah, just share.
And I hit post.
All right, Brian, you're gonna do one. What are you gonna do?
There's another song about Lord Nelson written by Tommy Makem and sung by the Clancy's and Tommy Makem here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Welcome back. This is our second hour, and we have live music in the studio. Julie Dougherty is here with her husband, Woody Woodward, and Brian Corcoran. Hello again, guys.
Hi there, James.
So we're having fun today, talking about the Harp Bard and music and some
Harp
great
Bard.
places.
Music.
Harp Bard, yeah. Park your car at the Harp Bard.
Right. In years, it was one year, I'll tell you a cute story, it was St. Patrick's Day. And of course, about 11, probably 11 in the morning, before they opened, there was at least 100 people in that parking lot waiting till the door opened. And one year when I remember coming up there, the music would start a little after noon. And I walked in, I said to the owner that there was a guy out in the lot with the line, he was selling beer and shots of booze.
Oh my God.
Really?
And the hostess said, "Do you want me to call the police?" And he said, "No, wait, this was Mike Broadbent. I give him credit for this." He said, "John, Brian, grab your guitars and just stand on the steps. Do like 10 minutes. Let the guys, they're going to drink when they come in here." So from that year forward, because I remember being out there one year with an umbrella over my head, all the entertainers, you would sing the dining room, the pub, the ballad room, and outside on the front steps.
Oh my God.
That's how many
Boy.
people out there. So we would always
Yeah.
do a 10 to 15 minute set outside, and many people would be holding big umbrellas over us, like these golf umbrellas, so we could just sing. I mean, no mic, we do it, just bring our guitars out.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we did.
That is
That was
amazing.
part of your gig,
Yeah.
singing outside.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, boy.
And remember now, the Harp Bard had no bottled beer, it was all draft. And so it was either Bass or Guinness.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
And they would I know this sounds really absurd, but they were close to a ton of corned beef every year.
Oh, I
St. Patrick's
bet.
Day.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, coming out years. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
the first year that the Golden Island took it over, they ordered it. We told them the story, so they went out and bought corned beef.
Oh.
I think they had corned beef rice and romaine for like a
Corned
month.
beef fried rice.
Anyway, but
It's not the same.
anyway,
Corned beef foo young. I can taste it now. Boy. So we're gonna do another live
yeah,
song?
you just mentioned Tommy Makem. Let's do.
Yeah.
You know, probably his most. He wrote. God, I love so many songs that he did. But we'll do Four Green Fields. What did I have? Said the fine old woman. What did I have? This proud old woman to say, I have 4 green fields, and each one was a jewel. Then strangers they came, and they tried to take them from me. I had 5 strong sons, and they fought to save my jewels. They fought and they died, and that was my grief, said she. A long time ago, said the fine old woman. A long, long time ago, this proud old woman did say, there was a war and there, plundering and pillage. My children they starved by mountain, valley and sea, and their raving cry, they shook the very heaven, and my 4th green field ran red with their blood, said she. What have I now? Said the fine old woman. What have I now? This proud old woman to say, I have 4 green fields, but one of them's in bondage in strangers' hands, and they try to take it from me, but my sons have sons. They're as brave as were their father, and my 4th green field will bloom once again, said she. My 4th green field will bloom once again, said she.
Fantastic. Great job. Tommy Makem's 4 Green Fields. Brian Corcoran, Woody Woodward, and Julie Dougherty. Julie, what kind of a guitar are you playing?
Oh, today I brought my 0015 Martin, which it's used. I bought
Yeah.
it. My husband bought it for me, and I love it. It's a standard length neck, which is unusual for me to be playing recently because I had trigger finger surgery on my left ring finger. So now I have a little Taylor, a Taylor Mini.
Yeah.
a GS Mini Taylor that I
Yeah.
play. It's a 3/4 length neck, so it's easier for me to maneuver. But I love the way this Martin sounds
Right.
acoustically.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I decided to bring this one today. But I do have my treasured Martin D45 that I love. I've had
Oh, yeah.
since 1974. I bought it. And, it was stolen and gone for a year back in '75. And we got it back. It was in a
You got
pawn
it
shop.
back?
It was at the Roxbury Pawn and Loan, which is since closed down.
Wow, I wonder
Yeah.
why. Wow, that's
Yeah.
fantastic that you
I
got
was
it
very
back.
lucky. That guitar is like my little soulmate. So
Yeah.
I do love it. But I
Wow.
don't play it very
It's a
often.
nice
Was it in as good condition when you got it back as when you lost it?
It was in about the same condition.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like
I had
happy
a couple
endings
of
like
dings
that.
on it. Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
curious, what was it being sold for? I mean, did they have any idea
You know,
what they
I
had?
honestly, they had it in the back
You know what I mean?
room. They, Jack
yeah.
Ward is a
Someone
fellow
knew that.
friend of mine that saw it. He was, all my friends were looking for it, and they thought that it was kind of underground. It was being,
Right.
so at any rate, my friend Jack at the time went into the store and was asking, "Oh, do you have any Martins? Because I'm kind of looking." And he said, "Well, I got one in the back room," and he showed it to him. And so he just said, "Okay, thanks," and he went right back and called Sid, who was our partner at the time.
Yeah.
You know, we
That's amazing.
got a line on it, and that was about 9 or 10 months after it
Yeah.
was gone. So,
Wow.
so I'm lucky to have that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
So
love
glad to hear that.
that. Yeah, I know. Nice to have a happy ending
Yeah.
occasionally.
So Julie's on guitar, Brian's on guitar, and Woody is on bass. And do you have another song for us? A live song?
We could try Fields of Athen Ryan. See?
Great song.
As a matter of fact, Brian, you might be able to sing the lost verse if it. By a lonely garden wall, I heard a young girl calling, "Michael, they are taking you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free bird fly. Our love was on the wing. There were dreams and songs to sing. Now it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, she heard her Michael calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they ran me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free bird fly. Our love was on the wing. There were dreams and songs to sing. Now it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. the fields of happy pride. So we're going round the fields of happy pride.
Very nice.
Fantastic, great song. Fields of Athen Rye here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle on WVBF.
Unlike the New England weather, Frida's commitment to quality ingredients, innovative dishes, and great service never changes. Come on over to Frida's at 105 Copeland Street in West Bridgewater and enjoy a local tradition by having lunch or dinner there. Frida's has been family-owned and operated for over 25 years thanks to loyal diners like you. Everything at Frida's is fresh and prepared there. Plan to join them for lunch or dinner Tuesday through Saturday. They open at 11:30 a.m. or for Sunday dinner when they open at 4 p.m. Have a party or special event coming up? Let Frida's Fine Food and Spirits cater your next event. It's all at Frida's Fine Food and Spirits, where the tradition continues. Check them out on the web at fridasrestaurant.com. Stop by and say hello to Steve and the fine staff at Frida's at 105 Copeland Street in West Bridgewater. That's Frida's Fine Food and Spirits. St. Joseph Manor. Did you know in addition to long-term care, St. Joseph Manor offers rehabilitation post-hospital care, short-term, and respite care? St. Joseph Manor is a community of care and a place that works toward making their residents feel welcome, well-known, and where life is worth living. St. Joseph Manor provides short-term rehabilitation, skilled care, including physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, pain management, wound care, intravenous therapy, hospice care, and individual care planning. When caretakers need to rejuvenate or travel, St. Joseph Manor can care for your loved one overnight or for an extended stay. That's St. Joseph Manor at 215 Thatcher Street in Brockton. Call 508-583-5834 or online at sjmbrockton.org. Quality and excellence, respect and integrity for the needs of the whole person, body, mind, and spirit are the commitments of St. Joseph Manor. Call them at 508-583-5834 today. St. Joseph Manor, where hearts are full and love is overflowing.
Jim Larkin with a touch of Ireland. WVBF.
So many. Come along, let us step it out together. Come along.
Hey, you don't have any Dougherty sisters in there, do you? I don't think we have.
As he was coming by.
I should have checked. I don't think I do, but that's a song called Come Along here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Rick and Ron Shaw. We've been talking about them here on the show. And here's a little Irish comedy with Hal Roach.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present
Do you want to
Ireland's
do
international...
That's Hal Roach here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle on WVBF. My name's Jim Larkin, and with me today, Julie Dougherty, Woody Woodward, and Brian Corcoran.
Farewell to thee, my own true love. I'm going far away. I am off to California, but I know that I'll return someday. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return, united we'll be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee, I have sailed on a Yankee sailing ship. Davy Crockett is her name, and Burgess is the captain of her, and they tell me she's afloat in hell. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return, united we'll be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when
song,
Irish.
The Leaving
Love
of
the
Liverpool.
Irish ballads. They're so soulful and so sad.
Oh, absolutely.
So sad.
Nothing like them.
I love my Irish heritage. They
Yeah,
always say
me
it.
too.
Remember what Tommy used to say? All their war songs are happy and all their love songs are sad.
Oh, that's right.
my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, that's
true,
right.
Brian. Oh my God.
Tommy used to
that's
say
funny.
that. Yeah.
Now, Woody, you're playing a bass over there. What kind of a bass are you playing?
This is a Music Man bass, and it actually is a design from my Fender bass. Leo Fender made all the Fender stuff.
Yeah.
And then he went from Fender to Music Man, which this is, and then he went to another company called G&L before he passed away.
Oh, really?
So these are the kind of hybrid basses. They're active electronics, where most basses are passive, which means you don't need a battery in them, but this gives you a little more input and output, and I just love them.
Yeah, yeah. That lead you were playing sounded good on the bass.
Thank
and,
you.
You know, you don't need too many.
That kind of just happened because Julie and I, for a lot of years, were just working as a duo. You know, we'd have other people, but we couldn't always get them. The pay wasn't right or whatever.
Right.
So it just kind of happened. You know, it's
Yeah.
something that I always like to fool around with, and
Right.
she lets me do it.
Good for That's fantastic.
I'm a good wife.
You are.
And Brian, what are you playing
I have
today?
no freaking idea. It's a Taylor.
A Taylor. Okay.
Actually, this was a gift for me
Taylor.
Oh,
when
it
I
was?
turned 50.
Oh, okay. I
From
think
Ben.
you mentioned that. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I
we used to
remember.
joke when we were, you know, Benny and I were real young when we started together. We just, St. Patrick's Day would be our 43rd year.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wow.
we would never give each other birthday cards, Christmas, anything. And we used to joke, if we see 50, because when
Wow.
you're 20, that's a heck of a long way away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll
Yeah.
get each other a birthday present. So this was a present from Ben, you know? And,
nice.
and then when he turned 50, I took him to Foxwoods.
Oh, that's
With
cool.
Gina and a couple of friends. Yeah, we all went to
Yeah.
Foxwoods
You guys
for
are
3
so
days.
funny.
Yeah. So
Like the Odd Couple.
this is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you still have something to remember you're 50, but he doesn't, right?
Well, you know, it's
He
funny.
lost
We were
it all.
joking last night. He bought tickets. We were doing a benefit, and he bought tickets for the raffle. And one of the raffle prizes was lottery tickets. And he said over the microphone, "I don't know why I waste my time because no one ever wins the lottery."
Right.
Well, Benny won $1 million scratch ticket,
Yeah, that was years ago.
and
wasn't it?
he just finished his 20th payment last year.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this was years ago.
Yeah.
About 20 years ago. to be
Wow.
exact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he won a scratch ticket for $1 million. And for 20 years, he got $33,500.
Wow.
Taxes. I
Isn't
think he had a
that
little much
something?
again.
That's
We
fantastic.
joke about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, he left his money at Foxwoods, I think. That.
Yeah.
But good memory, though. A lot of fun.
Wow. So you're going to do
Well,
another...
So see, that's the luck of the Irish, and he's Italian, but he was born on St. Patty's Day,
Well,
so
there you
maybe
go.
that's why.
I'm going to do a song. Again, this tour Benny and I are doing. And by the way, what we're doing now, Julie and I, Woody, this is what we do every night at the hotel. Every night.
Mhm.
I mean, even on the bus during the day with the great Peter Clark from Brock
Oh, he's
Tours. It's just a
wonderful.
great storyteller.
Yeah, he
Great
Right.
story. And he just, he's just... I say to people, one of your favorite parts of the trip will be with Peter Clark.
Yep.
Right.
You remember him, and,
Yeah.
and it's the truth. But anyway, I had 3 sisters with me on the last tour. And this is one of the songs that one of the sisters always liked, and now I think of her whenever I sing it. It's a song about immigration. Well, last night as I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by, my mind was bent on rambling to island I did fly. I stepped on board a vision and I followed with the will. When next I came to anchor at the cross of Spansel Hill, then on the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, when island sons and daughters and friends assembled there, the young, the old, the brave and the bold came their duty to fulfill at this parish church near Cluny, a mile from Spansel Hill. Well, I went to see my neighbors to hear what they might say.
old ones were all dead and gone, the young ones turning grey. I met the tailor quickly, he's as bold as ever still. Sure, he used to mend my breeches when I lived in the Spancel Hill. Then I paid a flying visit to my first and only love. She's as white as any lily, gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me saying, Johnny, I love you still. Oh, she's Nell, the farmer's daughter, she's the bride of Spancel Hill. Well, I dreamt I held and kissed her as in the days of yore. Ah, Johnny, you're only joking, as many the time before. And the cock, he crew in the morning, he crew both loud and true. When I woke in California, many miles from Spancel Hill. Spancel Hill. Great song.
Fantastic. I always loved that song.
Yeah.
So you sing on the bus and you sing at the hotel?
We sing on the bus, we tell stories, we tell jokes.
And I'm looking forward to
And
meeting
sometimes
Peter
we
Clark.
stop for scones.
Oh, yeah. So are you going on this trip?
I wish I was, and I would like to meet Peter Clark one of these
He's
days.
great.
I've never
That's
met
right.
him.
Love him.
I know that
He
everybody
comes
tells me.
stateside quite a bit.
Yeah, I've heard that, and maybe
Yeah.
you can get him stopped
Next
down
You
time,
at
should.
yeah, we'll
some
get
time.
him down here
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
went on the tour with Eugene. Was it 2004 or something around there? 2005? I don't know.
Was it Eugene that started the tours?
Yeah, we
Yes,
started working
yeah.
with Peter years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
And it was so much
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, so
Yeah.
much fun.
Well, one of these days.
We should.
All right, live music here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle, right here on WVBF 1530.
As a business in the Metro South region, have you wondered whether you have the right insurance in this dynamic business environment? Confused? You should be. How much? What kind? How big a deductible? RFD Agostino Insurance helps business cut the fat and waste in their insurance bill. RFD Agostino Insurance Agency, simple, straight talk about your needs, no matter how large or small your business is. As an agent for carriers, Mark and his staff at RFD Agostino shop around for the best plan and rates for your business. For 2 generations, RFD Agostino Insurance has been servicing the southern New England region. If you can't get to RFD Agostino Insurance, call 800-698-0414 and Mark DiAgostino will come to you. You need to visit RFD Agostino at their new location at 7 Christie Drive off Pleasant Street with easy access to Route 24 in Brockton. Plenty of parking and ready to serve all of your business, residential, and personal insurance needs. Call 800-698-0414 today. You and your pocketbook will be glad you did. Beam and Structural Repair is a Massachusetts and Rhode Island company with over 50 years of experience. They can save you thousands and even tens of thousands of your hard-earned dollars, whether it be repairing your home, garage, or barn. Beam and Structural Repair's team of specialized craftsmen bring workmanship and attention to detail to a new level. They do post and carrying beam repair, sill replacement, barn restorations, buildings jacked, foundations repaired, termite and carpenter ant damage remediated, remodeling, porches, new home, and office construction. Beam and Structural Repair specializes in residential and industrial structural repairs. For an estimate, call them at 800-732-8330 and you'll be amazed at how much you'll save. They're located in Whitman, Massachusetts. Beam and Structural Repair is licensed, insured, and has an extensive list of references. Walt Murphy and his associates are very proud to announce Beam and Structural Repair's connection with Angie's List and over 20 years of not one complaint with the Better Business Bureau. This just shows you can be confident in calling Walt Murphy at Beam and Structural Repair at 800-732-8330 for your next project.
You know Timmy O'Leary, Silver Spears Band? Tim O'Leary, do you know him? The Silver Spears, they've been around for 40 years.
John and I worked with them. They do a lot of things. She has a good voice, very pretty.
No, I've never.
They are the Silver Spears Band here on 1530 WVBF, and they are going to be at the Baja Brothers Club right here in Taunton, St. Patrick's Day, starting at 6 o'clock, and they're there every year. Tim O'Leary and the Silver Spears Band. So they'll be at the Baja Brothers Club right here in Taunton, Massachusetts. And with me today, Julie Dougherty, Woody Woodward, and Brian Corcoran. So far, I'm batting 100%.
I'm
really
sitting here
good.
realizing that
Every time I've had Brian on, I've called him.
I'm sitting here yawning. I realize that.
I know. Is the video running now? Are we
Yeah, it's
on?
okay.
Yeah,
Well, we all got in late last
streaming?
night, and then we lost an hour. And
yeah, I know.
We're old.
And we're old, yeah.
Yeah, well,
All right, so I'm going to do an old Irish song called Riley's Daughter. As I was sitting by the fire, talking to old Riley's daughter, suddenly a thought came into my head. I'd like to marry old Riley's daughter. Giddy-eye, 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 for the one night Riley. Giddy-eye, try it on your own bass drum. Oh, Riley played on a big bass drum. Riley had a mind for murder and slaughter. Riley had a big red ribbon eye. Looked that eye on his only daughter. Giddy-eye, 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 for the one night Riley. Giddy-eye, try it on your own bass drum. So we got the scratch in the run. Got his scratch in the very quarter. Settled me down to a peaceful life. Happy as a king with the Riley's daughter. Giddy-eye, 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 for the one night Riley. Giddy-eye, try it on your own bass drum. Her hair was black and her eyes were blue. The colonel and the major and the captain saw her. The sergeant and the private and the drummer boy too. They never had a chance to marry his daughter. Giddy-eye, 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 for the one night Riley. Giddy-eye, try it on your own bass drum. Suddenly a foot stepped onto the stair. Who should it be but Riley of the Slaughter, with two pistols in his hand, looking for the man who married his daughter. Giddy-eye, 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 for the one night Riley. Giddy-eye, try it on your own bass drum. So I got to Riley by the hair, around his head and a pail of water, fired his pistols into the air, a damn sight quicker than I married his daughter. Giddy-eye, 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 for the one night Riley. Giddy-eye, try it on your own bass drum. Giddy-eye, 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 for the one night Riley. Giddy-eye, try it on your own bass drum. Woo! All right.
wow, there's a song you never hear. Riley's Daughter. I can't remember the last time I heard that.
And you never hear.
No, great song.
Only on here, only on WVBF.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So we have Julie Dougherty, Woody Woodward, Brian Corcoran, and Brian used to be with your brother, the Corcoran brothers.
My God, yes, the
I remember
Corcoran
you guys
brothers,
at the
yeah.
Harp Bard for years,
started.
and you played bass then.
I started on guitar, then I went to bass, and I think I was 16 and John was 21. The first night I walked through the door at the Harp Bard, I was in
Wow.
high school
Yeah.
to audition, And the rest is, because it was Eugene.
Yeah.
John and I were singing, actually we were singing at the Holiday Inn in Peabody every
Oh.
Sunday night. They had a stage that revolved very slowly. Yeah, it was behind.
Really? Just
Yeah, it was a
like
round
that?
stage
Yeah.
and I'd start the song with you, but by the time I'd get to the next verse, I'd beat it, but very, very slow.
Yeah.
But anyway, this real skinny kid with this goatee came in, oh no, just a mustache. He said, I'm Eugene Burns. He said, I figured you guys must be Irish, because it said the Corcoran brothers out in the marquee, so, and he's the one who said, you should come up to the Harp Bard,
Yeah, yeah.
sing an Irish song, And again, Eugene, like Tommy opened the doors, we were saying, during one of the breaks, if it wasn't for the Clancy brothers and Tommy Macomb,
Right.
they opened the doors for all the singers from Ireland. And,
Oh, yeah.
And then Eugene, opened a lot of doors for like me and Julie and
Right.
Charlie Dawson and Peter and Toby and Belly and Larry and I mean just so many musicians, Al Hawes, just all these,
Yeah.
all these musicians Eugene would bring, like say, come on, you come and gig with us.
Right,
So
right.
It was a big family.
I
Yeah,
was a big fan of it.
yeah.
And it still is. I mean, we still
Oh, yeah, it was
keep in
amazing
touch.
to keep in
I
touch
mean, it's
after all these years.
amazing. Yeah.
Thank God we haven't changed or gotten any older.
None of us.
I guess
none
I
of
was
us.
just yawning a few minutes ago.
And you know who else I remembered used to play there too is Seamus Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh, Seamus.
The Beggarmen.
The Beggarmen.
Beggarmen,
Yeah.
Seamus, Norman Payne.
Oh, Norman Payne, yeah.
What about Patsy Whalen?
Patsy and
Patsy.
What were they called? Oh my gosh.
Gingerbread Man.
No. Oh my.
One was with Jack Erie.
Yep. Trying to remember what they called themselves. They were great. Patsy was a great fiddle player.
You know, thinking of Harvest Home.
Yes, Harvest Home.
Harvest Home.
Thank
That's
you.
what he does.
My
That's why he's
God.
there and we're over here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
But then we have so many great musicians.
Yeah.
That like you mentioned Billy Carson before, and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
you know, Columbia Taggarts, and we had there were guys from Scotland who would come in, and a lot of guys who moved down from Canada. I mean, every time the Irish Rovers
yeah.
were in town, there was a knock on that back door at like 1 in the morning.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, that we were, you know, and
Right.
of course Shea Healy, Patty Riley, Christy Henshaw, all these.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are the guys I get to cut my teeth with, you know, when I was a kid. So.
Yeah. How's Patty Riley doing these days? Have
I
you
was
heard
doing
anything?
well. Yeah,
Is he?
Mara ran into him recently down in Florida. She was.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Patty's doing well. Yeah, it's feeling good.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, it's a big grapevine with musicians. You know.
Right.
I used
Absolutely.
to say that you can't sneeze, but someone's going to know about it.
Yeah.
You know? but that's what families are. Though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyway.
So we have one more song maybe
All right, I'm
for
gonna
today.
sing. I'll tell you what. This is the first, excuse me, song that I learned. First Irish song I ever learned. My grandmother taught it to me. Margaret Corcoran. She lived to be 102.
God love her,
11
really.
kids, 48 grandchildren, 98
Jesus.
great grandchildren.
Oh my
The
God.
number has grown tremendously. This is the song that John and I first sang it, and my grandmother taught it to me. And we'll do this for people with little houses. I said, you know this song. Minstrel boy to the war is gone. In the ranks of death he will find him. His father's sword he has girded on, and the wild horse song behind him. A land of song cried the warrior on, the whole world betrays he one song. At least my right shall guard, and one faithful heart shall save thee. Fell, but the foeman's chains did not bring that proud number. He loved never made again, for he tore its coat asunder. He said, no change shall sorry be, the sword of life and bravery, my song, were made for pure and free. There will never sound in slavery. My song were made for pure and free. There will never sound in slavery. Mr. Boy. Oh, I'm exhausted.
I was just listening last night to the live album that you and your brother did at the Harp Bard when you did
Okay.
Roddy McCauley and the Minstrel
Yeah, we
Boy
did
on
this.
it. I was
That's right.
listening to
We
that
always
last
do those
night,
together.
just to
Yeah,
get me in the mood for today, you know.
There you
So
go.
Yes.
yeah,
That was a fun record too.
yeah, absolutely. And some of the comedy on it was good.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The oil and the
The oil thing.
the dog. Yeah,
I did that joke for my brother. I said one of my brothers. It was just like one of those grown-up jokes. So I said to John, "I'm going to say something, and I want you to say, was he sick? Was he mad?" That's all I said to John. That's all I was given was, you know,
Yeah.
was he mad? Because John didn't know what I was doing. I still love to do that. So in the middle of the show, because it was one of my brother's favorite jokes, and I said, "Oh, I had to shoot my dog yesterday." And my brother John said, "Was he mad?" I said, "Well, he wasn't too happy." And one of my brothers, "Yay!" And we left it on the record. It was just so goofy, you know. We still have to set my brother up with all sorts of stuff in the stage.
Those are the days.
Just do this. Okay.
Wow, I'm surprised he said okay.
Yeah.
My sister would never say
After a
okay.
while, he stopped. But no.
So your brother's doing a show on St. Patrick's Day
John's
this
going
year.
to be up at
Rockefellers in
Rockefellers.
Salem, yeah.
He's going to be there with his
Right on Washington Street.
very talented son,
Sean,
Sean,
yeah.
my godchild, and Jimmy's going to be with him. It's going to be at Rockefeller starting at 3:30. So if you want to go catch John's first set at 3:30, that's cool. That's Salem. Okay,
sure.
get your primer, and then come and see Benny and I at Sapino's.
Yeah.
We start at 4:30.
4:30, okay.
And Julie's going to be at the Emerald Rose the
On
Sunday.
Sunday. And then the Friday, the 18th, I'll be at 17 State Street.
Dear
in
God,
Newburyport.
everybody's writing this stuff down.
Absolutely.
Hey,
But you've got a website.
Yeah,
oh yes,
what's your
I'm
website?
sorry,
Yeah.
yes. My website is www.
Whoa.
All right, don't interrupt me. Julie Dougherty, and it's the Irish way. It's DOUGHERTY. JulieDougherty.net. So you can go there and get our gig schedule.
Okay.
Gigs are there all the time.
And you can
They're all
find
there,
YouTube videos and everything there, right?
If you dare, yeah. I
Yeah.
suppose.
And Brian, Tour Island with Brian.com.
And my phone number's there, 508-451-6973. That's 508-451-6973. But if we have seats open, this July tour is going to be great. We're going up north.
Fantastic. Well, listen, thanks so much for joining me
Thank you.
today. It's been a great time having you guys on. I
That's
can't wait till
great.
we do it again.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Julie, Woody, and Brian. And I didn't mispronounce your name today, Brian. So
Excellent.
okay, and don't forget the Silver Spears are going to be at the Baja Brothers Club on St. Patrick's Day. And the Council Chords from the city of Brockton, they're going to be on this show the first Sunday of April, which would be April 3rd. And they'll be at City Hall performing on St. Patrick's morning for the raising of the flag at 10 o'clock. Then the Council on Aging at noontime, and then at 2 o'clock at Bay Point. That's going to do it for me. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you had as good a time as I did today, and can't wait to get some video up on YouTube so everyone can enjoy what I've enjoyed today. Have a great week, everyone. If you want to check out our webpage, it's www.irishradio.homestead.com.
You are listening to the voice of Southeastern Massachusetts for local news, sports, and weather. AM 1530, WVBF, Middleborough, Taunton.